uncle's in the Night's Watch.
What's he doing back there?
Preparing for a night with your family. I've always wanted to see the Wall.
You're Tyrion Lannister. The Queen's brother?
My greatest accomplishment. And you're Ned Stark's bastard, aren't you? Did I offend you? Sorry. You are the bastard, though.
Lord Eddard Stark is my father.
And Lady Stark is not your mother, making you the bastard. Let me give you some advice, bastard. Never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor, and it can never be used to hurt you.
What the hell do you know about being a bastard?
All dwarves are bastards in their father's eyes.
If we could speak alone, I can explain everything.
Sometimes when I'm trying to understand a person's motives, I play a little game. I assume the worst. What's the worst reason you have for turning me against my sister? That's what you do, isn't it? That's what you've always done. Turn family against family, turn sister against sister. That's what you did to our mother and Aunt Lysa, and that's what you tried to do to us.
Sansa, please.
I'm a slow learner. It's true. But I learn.
Give me a chance to defend myself. I deserve that.
Yunkai, the Yellow City.
The Yunkish train bedslaves, not soldiers. We can defeat them.
On the field with ease, but they won't meet us on the field. They have provisions, patience, and strong walls. If they're wise, they'll hide behind those walls and chip away at us, man by man.
I don't want half my army killed before I've crossed the Narrow Sea.
We don't need Yunkai, Khaleesi. Taking this city will not bring you any closer to Westeros or the Iron Throne.
How many slaves are there in Yunkai?
200,000, if not more.
Then we have 200,000 reasons to take the city. Veo que dormite veshikas. Belmulte I vestras que sir ponte jorina. Se ponjon obulia yon mazurina. Lodar henkos veshos se hai astropot Yunkai putilsa.
Now comes the noble Razdal no Eraz, of that ancient and honorable house, master of men and speaker to savages, to offer terms of peace. Noble lord, you are in the presence of Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen, queen of the Andals and the First Men, Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, breaker of chains and mother of dragons.
You may approach. Sit.
Will the noble lord take refreshment?
Ancient and glorious is Yunkai. Our empire was old before dragons stirred in old Valyria. Many an army has broken against our walls. You shall find no easy conquest here, Khaleesi.
Good. My Unsullied need practice. I was told to blood them early.
If blood is your desire, blood shall flow. But why? 'Tis true, you have committed savageries in Astapor, but the Yunkai are a forgiving and generous people. The wise masters of Yunkai have sent a gift for the Silver Queen. There is far more than this awaiting you on the deck of your ship.
My ship?
Yes, Khaleesi. As I said, we are a generous people. You shall have as many ships as you require.
And what do you ask in return?
All we ask is that you make use of these ships. Sail them back to Westeros where you belong and leave us to conduct our affairs in peace.
I have a gift for you as well. Your life.
My life.
And the lives of your wise masters, but I also want something in return. You will release every slave in Yunkai. Every man, woman, and child should be given as much food, clothing, and property as they can carry as payment for their years of servitude. Reject this gift, and I shall show you no mercy.
You are mad. We are not Astapor or Karth. We are Yunkai. And we have powerful friends, friends who would take great pleasure in destroying you. Those who survive, we shall enslave once more. Perhaps we'll make a slave of you as well. You swore me safe conduct.
I did. But my dragons made no promises, and you threatened their mother.
Take the gold.
My gold. You gave it to me, remember? And I shall put it to good use. You'd be wise to do the same with my gift to you. Now get out. It appears my liberation of Slaver's Bay isn't going quite as planned.
You could sail for Westeros and leave it all behind. A boy sits on the Iron Throne, a boy many believe to be a bastard with no right to it. They've never been more vulnerable.
You cancelled me against rashness once in Karth. I didn't listen. That all worked out well. How can I rule 7 kingdoms if I can't control Slaver's Bay? Why should anyone trust me? Why should anyone follow me?
You're a Targaryen. You're the mother of dragons.
I need to be more than that. I will not let those I have freed slide back into chains. I will not sail for Westeros.
What then?
I will do what queens do. I will rule.
Your brother is dead. Do you know what that means? I'm not trying to trick you.
It means I'll become king.
Yes, you will become king. What kind of king do you think you'll be?
A good king?
I think so as well. You've got the right temperament for it. But what makes a good king? What is a good king's single most important quality?
This is hardly the place or the time.
Holiness?
Balor the Blessed was holy and pious. He built this sept. He also named a 6-year-old boy High Septon because he thought the boy could work miracles. He ended up fasting himself into an early grave because food was of this world and this world was sinful.
Justice?
Yeah. Good king must be just. Horus I was just. Everyone applauded his reforms, nobles and commoners alike, but he wasn't just for long. He was murdered in his sleep after less than a year by his own brother. Was that truly just of him, to abandon his subjects to an evil that he was too gullible to recognize?
No.
No.
What about strength?
Yes, strength. King Robert was strong. He won the rebellion and crushed the Targaryen dynasty. And he attended 3 small council meetings in 17 years. He spent his time whoring and hunting and drinking until the last 2 killed him. So, we have a man who starves himself to death, a man who lets his own brother murder him, and a man who thinks that winning and ruling are the same thing. What do they all lack?
Wisdom.
Yes.
Wisdom is what makes a good king.
Yes. But what is wisdom? A house with great wealth and fertile lands asks you for your protection against another house with a strong navy that could one day oppose you. How do you know which choice is wise and which isn't? You any experience of treasuries and granaries or shipyards and soldiers?
No.
No, of course not. A wise king knows what he knows and what he doesn't. You're young. A wise young king listens to his counselors and heeds their advice until he comes of age. And the wisest kings continue to listen to them long afterwards. Your brother was not a wise king. Your brother was not a good king. If he had been, perhaps he'd still be alive.
Your Grace.
They're feeding enough?
2 meals a day. Cold for breakfast, hot for supper. I cannot complain.
You don't belong in a place like this.
Well, sad to say, but I've seen worse.
Yeah. I'm sorry about your son. Didn't get the chance to tell you before. Good lad. Loyal lad. Melisandre's returned.
I didn't know she'd been gone.
Came back with a bastard boy. Robert's bastard boy.
Why?
Says there's power in King's blood.
She's going to kill him.
Sacrifice him.
Forgive me, Your Grace, I'm not a lettered man, but is there a difference between kill and sacrifice? The boy's your nephew.
What of it? We're at war. Why should I spare the son of some tavern slut Robert bedded one drunken night?
Because he has your blood in his veins.
So did Renly.
Renly wronged you. Renly declared himself king when the throne belonged to you. He raised an army, stole your bannermen. This boy's done you no harm. He's an innocent.
How many boys live in Westeros? How many girls? How many men? How many women? The darkness will devour them all, she says, the night that never ends. Unless I triumph. I never asked for this, no more than I asked to be king. We do not choose our destiny. But we must do our duty, no? Great or small, we must do our duty. What's one bastard boy against a kingdom?
Your Grace, why did you come to see me today?
Came to free you. If you swear never to raise your hand to the Lady Melisandre again.
I swear it. I can't swear never to speak against her.
You have little regard for your own life.
Quite little, Your Grace. Virgin or none. You could have freed me yesterday or tomorrow. But you came to me now before this boy is put to the knife because you knew I'd counseled restraint. You came to hear me say it because you believe it yourself. You're not a man who slaughters innocents for gain or glory. I wish I hadn't done that.
I'm grateful for your loyalty. But my dragon died so that we could be here. If it's all for nothing, then he died for nothing.
I know.
I'm pleased you bent the knee to our queen. I would have advised it, had you asked. But have you ever considered learning how to lie every now and then? Just a bit?
I'm not going to swear an oath I can't uphold. Talk about my father if you want. Tell me that's the attitude that got him killed. But when enough people make false promises, words stop meaning anything. Then there are no more answers, only better and better lies. And lies won't help us in this fight.
That is indeed a problem. The more immediate problem is that we're fucked.
To side with wildling invaders.
We didn't invade. We were invited.
Not by me.
Free folk, the Northerners and the Knights of the Vale fought bravely, fought together, and we won. My father used to say, we find our true friends on the battlefield.
The Boltons are defeated. The war is over. Winter has come. If the Maesters are right, it'll be the coldest one in 1,000 years. We should ride home and wait out the coming storms.
The war is not over. And I promise you, friend, the true enemy won't wait out the storm. He brings the storm.
Your son was butchered at the Red Wedding, Lord Manderley. But you refused the call. You swore allegiance to House Stark, Lord Glover. But in their hour of greatest need, you refused the call. And you, Lord Kerwin, your father was skinned alive by Ramsay Bolton. Still, you refused the call. But House Mormont remembers. The North remembers. We know no king but the king in the North whose name is Stark. I don't care if he's a bastard. Ned Stark's blood runs through his veins. He's my king, from this day until his last day.
Lady Mormont speaks harshly. And truly. My son died for Robb Stark, the young wolf. I didn't think we'd find another king in my lifetime. I didn't commit my men to your cause, because I didn't want more Manderleys dying for nothing. But I was wrong. Jon Snow avenged the Red Wedding. He is the White Wolf, the king in the North.
I did not fight beside you on the field, and I will regret that until my dying day. A man can only admit when he was wrong and ask forgiveness.
There's nothing to forgive, my lord.
There will be more fights to come. House Glover will stand behind House Stark, as we have for 1,000 years. And I will stand behind Jon Snow. The King in the North! The King in the North!